There's no mystery for Republicans when it comes to the top of the primary ticket. Donald Trump will win the presidential primary, and John Cornyn will come out on top in the Senate primary. But as we showed you earlier, more Republicans have voted early in Texas than Democrats. So what are some of the races drawing GOP voters to the polls? For insight, we're joined by Stacy Hock, the victory chair for the Texas Republican Party. Welcome.
Thank you.
First off, what does victory chair mean? That sounds like a really important title.
It's important to us.
Yes.
So the victory effort by the party is that to elect Republicans up and down the ballot all over the state of Texas. So everything from the president and our senator to our sheriffs and our county commissioners.
What's your role specifically with the primary?
Well, in the primary, we are cheering folks on. We're welcoming this vibrant array of candidates. We are not partial in the primary. We leave that to the voters and to the districts to decide their nominee. But we do come alongside all the candidates on the ballot with support from an infrastructure perspective, and there's access for everyone who's on the ballot to those resources.
Yeah, we talked about the top of the ticket being pretty much decided, but what are some of the other races that are drawing Republican voters to the polls?
Well, I think that it's always going to be the top of the ticket that draws voters to the polls, which is why seeing this turnout in the primary for the Republican Party is very encouraging. Folks are energized. And if there was any amount of sleepiness or taking things for granted in 18, the bear is awoken and people are showing up in full force. And I think it really is based on the energy and the ideas that we're hearing at the top of the ticket. What President Trump is standing for, what Senator Cornyn is standing for, and then on the other side, you know, what we're hearing from the Democratic nominees. Now, we do have a number of congressional races that are open seats, and so they're very full primaries. And so in those areas, you know, folks, it's important for folks to engage, and we have a lot of seats that are going to be in play in November.
Yeah, a lot of GOP congressmen are retiring, so
Yes.
November is going to be really important.
That's right.
Yeah. The funding targeting 6 congressional districts, let's talk about that. Is there, we've seen a lot from the DCCC. Is there anything similar coming from the Republican Party?
Yes. On both sides, folks have considered Texas a target state for the first time in a long time. And so we aren't taking anything for granted. Investment is happening here in an aggressive way, and we're seeing the response from our voters, and are very optimistic about this being a year for Republicans to take back some seats that we lost and to certainly hold our ground and re-elect our president.
And it's not just D.C. A lot of people are interested in what's going to happen here on state politics, too. And I know the Democrats have talked a lot about their push to take the state house in November. What do you think is the way that Republicans are looking to combat that plan?
Well, we're going to talk about the ideas all day long. We are experiencing an economy where we have historic low unemployment. Wages and jobs are rising for the bottom decile, as well as everybody. We are excited to talk about what the last few years in Republican leadership has meant, not just at the national level, but here in Texas, and how the ideas that we're hearing from the Democrats would be devastating for our state and for our country. We're going to talk about that all day long. And we do believe that we will win back seats that were lost in 18, and will easily maintain our majority in the Texas House, which is, you know, the heart and soul of Texas politics.
Yeah, what are some of those seats that you feel like maybe have had some losses in the past years that could be regained?
Well, all of our metropolitan areas, so many of the urban core tend to be pretty solidly Democrat. Many of the rural areas tend to be pretty solidly Republican. But as you start to get into that suburban outreach around Houston, around Dallas, around Austin and San Antonio, that's where we have a lot of seats that moved from Republican to Democrat under the Beto-Cruz race last time, and kind of a wave of outturn there that we anticipate coming back our way this cycle.
All right. Well, election is going to be fun for you, I'm sure. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you for having me.